Na hello mindenkinek, aki esetleg itt van, vagy itt lesz, vagy majd visszanézi ezt az adást valahol valamikor. Mint látjátok, nincsen kamerám, és bele is csámcsok a mikrofonban, a mindegy. Szóval, hogy nincsen kamerám, mivel örökké lefagy, és meguntam, hogy örökké ki kell kapcsolgatnom, majd megoldom ezt a problémát. Nem tudom mi lehet a gond, de tényleg majd kitalálom. Szóval folytatjuk a Blacksadet, és valószínűleg hamarosan már a végére is érünk. Azt hiszem tegnap is ezt mondtam, de most már tényleg közeleg a végem. Úgyhogy nézzük. Bár mondjuk valószínűleg a fejem az nem sok embernek hiányzik, de hogy nem baj, majd egyszer lesz kamera, ami normálisabb.
If the living have rich and poor neighborhoods, so do the dead. In the mid-19th century, Greenwood became the resting place to the city's most distinguished citizens. Thinkers, scientists, writers, inventors, artists, businessmen, politicians, police officers, thieves, pimps, and murderers. Here lie the bodies of the soulless minds that raised New York from the ground up.
Megint ilyen quick time eventek lesznek,
Now you
megőrülök,
know where to go
esküszöm.
to become somebody in the Big Apple.
Na mindegy. Tegnap ugye már eljutottunk, csak aztán vége lett a streamnek. Úgyhogy ezt a videót tegnap már láttuk. Most egy ilyen temetőben fogunk hát valamit csinálni, nyomozgatni. Na, és hogy mit kéne megnézni? Valószínűleg itt a sír feladatokat. Aha, itt egy kisebb sír.
The four bases guarding their father.
Mindegyiket külön nem elég volt csak az egyiket.
Still hot.
Jaj, esküszöm, most van itt valaki, mindjárt levütnek. És megint kell nyomni azt a quick time eventet, baszki. Nem, erre nincs semmi, jó van.
If this had been here over 30 minutes, it'd be covered in ants.
Ó, basz, de megjegyeztettél. Na jó. Mi az, amit kihagyunk? Aha, hát... Az a kártya, ja, itt is van valami. Baseball labda.
A Celtic cross. Supposedly, the ring keeps the devil at bay by reflecting the sunlight. Really handy at this time of the day.
Jó, kártyát nem vesszük fel.
According to the book I found at Dunn's place, fans of the sport leave baseballs on Bradwick's tomb to pay their respects. It's strange that I don't see any. Maybe they're gone with the wind, or somebody claimed them as part of their inheritance.
Most legalább a zoom jó. Nem olyan homályos, mint tegnap a kép. Nem tudom, az mitől lehetett. Hopp. Jó. Van valami következtetésünk vajon?
Mitchell, who fought with Dunn during the war, tried to pass as Yale's doctor.
Jó. Van még itt valami más nyom. Aha, van még itt összeköthető dolog. De nyomot nem nagyon látok. Na jó. Elmegyünk ide hátra is. Na jó, akkor próbáljunk kikövetkeztetni valamit. Ezeket annyira nem bírom kitalálni soha. Hát az nem. Itt kéne valamit az orvossal kapcsolatban. Szerintem. Hát nem tudom. És az a baj, hogy amíg nem találjuk ki, addig valószínűleg ki se tudunk jutni innen a temetőből. Ha csak nem felejtettem el valamit megnézni. Nem, semmit. Szerintem minden itt van. És mindent megtaláltam nagyjából. Vagy ezt még egyszer meg kéne nézni, nem hiszem. Ja, hogy így lehet oldalra is.
It'd be even better with a skull between the bats.
Akkor még ezt is talán. Nem. Ezt már nem lehet. Akkor megnézzük itt is, hát ha így oldalra lehet fordítani. Hát itt nem lehet. Hát ez... nem hiszem. Az a baj, nem találom meg, akkor valószínűleg nem tudom kijutni, úgyhogy most muszáj összeszednem itt magamat.
O'Leary wouldn't have sent Randall to kill Dunn. He would have dragged him to his basement, given him his little speech, and then killed him himself.
Oké. Na most... kiderítettünk valamit, viszont nem ez volt a lényeg. Egy pillanat.
I've never trusted angels. When they fall, the world falls with them.
Na, tudtam, hogy van itt valaki. Nem. Ez, hogy fán van fönn. Aha, ott van valaki. Aha.
Joe Dunn met with someone at the diner, close to his gym. Then he took that person to his house, so that he didn't have to live at the cemetery. I would have never guessed the person's identity. I found a baseball glove at Joe Dunn's place. A glove signed by a great star. I couldn't believe my luck. I've always been a New York Warriors fan, although, to be honest, they're not what they used to be. Yep, they just haven't been the same without Craig Spano.
Nem tud beszélni a majom. Vagy mi van vele?
Marley's are the absolute worst.
De. Mégis tud beszélni.
Who are you?
I'm John Blacksad, private investigator.
How's Joe?
One question at a time. It's my turn.
Your turn.
Why are you hiding here?
Because I fear for my life. Because this is the only place where I feel safe. Because Joe took me to his home. But they went looking for me there too.
What did he want from you? And who wants to kill you?
One question at a time. How's Joe?
What would happen if I told him the truth? Would he lose it? Could I take that chance? Joe Dunn is dead. Murdered.
I told you, Joe. How did it happen?
One question at a time. My turn. Why did you meet with Joe Dunn?
Because he thought that the same guy who wrecked my career was ruining many others. Because he wanted me to tell him who was behind my decline. Because Joe knew the same guy would go after him too. And he was right. Our old friend, the surgeon.
Na jó, megint. Lehet, hogy ez a kórházas dolgok összetartoznak.
Is Mitchell the surgeon? Is he the person behind all of this? That surgeon you mentioned, is he...
My turn. I want to know why I should trust you.
Do it for Joe Dunn, our common friend. It's my turn. That surgeon that you mentioned, is he in this photo I got here? Ow! Hey! Hey, that toss was...
Nem akar többet beszélgetni.
Both my ear and my self-esteem would hurt for days. But at least I had a new lead to follow. The surgeon. The bastard had avoided my scrutiny by passing as a hospital doctor. But now, all of my senses were on guard. No matter how good the disguise or how well he hid, I would find him.
So, what you're saying is, one, there's a corruption scandal involving all kinds of athletes. Two, our puppet master is a surgeon named Mitchell, a man who happened to fight in the war with Dunn, right?
Every lead I've found points to him.
Anyway, where was I? Number 3, right? 3. Since Dunn was on his trail, Mitchell hired an anteater to get rid of him. Then, since you were also shaking the wasp's nest, he went after you. But the anteater made a mistake, and Mitchell killed him to cover his own tracks. And, wait, 4. The key to all this lies with a common friend of Dunn's and Mitchell's, Craig Spenow. Do you really trust him?
I have the feeling there's something
Ja, lehet,
Craig
hogy
didn't
még
tell me.
nem mondott el mindent ez a csávó.
I don't know what exactly, but I'll find out.
4. No, I mean 5. Dunn was murdered 4 days after taking Speno to his house. If that doesn't make him suspect, makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it could make sense.
Ha! Who's the detective now? Let's follow up with the suspects. You told Smirnoff that even though you're sure Yale is innocent, you think he's hiding something. But what about O'Leary? 6.
Nah, I know O'Leary, and he wouldn't have sent a hitman. He would have taken matters into his own hands.
What about Cassidy? 7, right?
No.
I think it's safe to rule out Cassidy as Dunn's murderer. He seems too impulsive to have planned such a twisted crime. Whoever planned the whole thing knew the suicide theory would fall through. So he manipulated the clues to incriminate Yale. Cassidy is too impulsive to pull off such an intricate plan.
So, you're right. Mitchell is the one pulling the strings. And you know why? Because in novels, the murderer is always someone the detective knows from the beginning.
Well, that could be the case in British novels. You know, where everyone in the mansion where the murder took place is a suspect. But this might just be an American whodunit, where the detective doesn't even meet the culprit until the last scene.
You mean we still don't know who's pulling the strings?
I didn't say that. How did it go with Helen Moore?
I didn't get anything, even though it started out really well. I asked to interview her along with her boyfriend, Al Stone. Since I'm a big shot, they were happy to oblige. Perfect. Now, time for the interview. I'll go back and forth so you don't get bored. So, who goes first? Here's one for Helen. What can you say about the rumors that claim you were in a relationship with
Lehet, hogy
Desmond
hirtelen
O'Leary?
belecsaptunk.
honey. It would be such a shame to mention that shady character in your article, wouldn't
Aha,
it?
Egyből visszaszóltak.
I'm sure your newspaper would hate to fire someone as talented as you.
Oh. Okay, now. Here's one for both of you.
Amúgy ezek
How did
annyira...
you meet?
At the party organized by Des.
Al, who threw the party doesn't matter one bit. What matters is that I saw you and you saw me. Our paths crossed and our lives were changed forever.
Moving on. Here's a question for Al. In just 12 days, the contender will try to steal your belt. Any thoughts on your fight against Yale?
Yeah, sure.
My Al is going to kick that thug's behind. Isn't that so, honey?
Yeah, well, we'll see. No such thing as a weak rival.
Nonsense. You are and will be world champion. Next question.
Now what? This one's for the two of you. What do you think about sports on television? Is it good for business, or will it make it all more for the masses?
More for the masses, for sure, but also more fair. Ever since television came along, there's no place for corrupt athletes or rigged games. In the old days, athletes succumbed to corruption scandals because they didn't make enough money. Because no matter how large a stadium is, space is limited. But thanks to TV and advertising, my generation has put an end to corruption.
Now that's a headline. Okay, one more question, and...
Al, honey, can you answer it? I've gotta go say hi to a fan. I'll be right back, Mr. Pulitzer.
Wait. You mean she stopped smiling when that fan showed up?
Yeah.
Could you describe him for me?
I'll be able to show you something as soon as I'm done developing these pictures. And actually, I thought it was odd too. So while I continued to interview Stone, I managed to take some pictures of Moore and whoever her mysterious fan was. All right, so where were we? Are you ever jealous about sharing your sweetheart with America?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm jealous, but I know that someone so popular and honest can draw the wrong kind of attention. There are plenty of people who would love to put an end to her career, so it's not easy.
Your manager is Frank Cassidy, president of the Boxing Managers Association of New York. According to him, only boxers working with member managers should be allowed to compete. What do you think about that?
Cassidy is a great manager, really. No complaints there. And the work he's putting in as president of the association is really valuable. But, I don't know, maybe in this case, Joe Dunn was right. Wait, no. Could you keep that last comment off the record? You know, on the down low.
My lips are sealed. In just 12 days, the contender will try to steal your belt. Any thoughts on your fight against Yale?
Well, supposedly the odds are in my favor, but there's no such
Ja,
thing as a weak
kérdeztem.
rival. And, you know, Bobby Yale might be young and going through a rough patch, but he's had an amazing streak, so I'll do my best.
Let's get that picture taken. Let's see what you think about this. Close your eyes and rest your chin on your fist. The boxing thinker.
Like these?
Exactly. Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one.
Picsába! Bassz meg,
All right.
de
So,
meglepődtem
where
a
were
kurva
we?
életbe.
Let's get that picture taken. Let's see what you think about this. Close your eyes and rest your chin on your fist. The boxing thinker.
Like these?
Exactly. Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one. What's with me today? Don't move, please. Now we got it. Should we keep at it?
Ezeket
Your
már
manager is
megkérdeztem tőle,
Frank
nem?
Cassidy,
Most mi van?
president of the Boxing Managers Association of New York. According to him, only boxers working with member managers should be allowed to compete. What do you
Okay.
think about that?
Cassidy is a great manager, really.
Képeket
No
kéne
complaints
csinálni
there.
többet,
And the
vagy
work
mi
he's
van?
putting in as president of the association is really valuable. But I don't know, maybe in this case, Joe Dunn was right. Wait, no. Could you keep that last comment off the record? You know, on the down low.
My lips are sealed.
Mhm.
I'm going to take one more, all right? Okay, now raise your head and your arms up like you were celebrating a victory.
Like these?
Exactly. What's up with me? Stand still. I'll take it again. I can't seem to get it right. Don't move. It's about time. Finally, we're all set.
Wait. So, are you telling me the photos are developed? Or is that what you said to Stone?
Both. Just look.
Who's that guy?
I know he's not a fan. You should have seen her face when she saw him. You know, I thought he'd be cocky, but he didn't seem too convinced about beating Yale.
It makes sense. O'Leary's rigged the fight. Stone has to lose. I think she only smokes when she's nervous. What was making her nervous?
Ezen is találunk valami nyomot.
The boxing thinker, the boxing poet. Boxing just
No.
might turn out to be the intellectual sport of choice.
Ezen se hiszem.
Look at his hand. Is he pulling something out of Moore's purse? Or putting it in? I've seen that matchbox before. Wait, that's him.
Who?
Mitchell, the surgeon.
Seriously? We got him.
Not yet.
Right. We still have to find him. Hey, pal. Did you hear what I just said? We need to keep looking at all those pictures. We need a clue that'll take us to Mitchell. Hey, see? There. Just like I was saying.
Egy pillanat türelmet kérek, mindjárt jövök. Na már itt is vagyok.
Brawls aren't even the worst part of my job. Sure, you may take a beating, but at least you get the chance to defend yourself. But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out. Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff. Your entire body aches to be somewhere else. It's boring and repetitive. People were finally leaving the place. The bar was about to close. And I hadn't seen Mitchell go in or out. I had no choice.
I see you took me up on my invitation. And you're smart. You knew not to come until my anti-fur regulars had all cleared out.
I can't say no to good advice.
Or good bourbon. Here's looking at you, Mr. What was your name?
As far as I knew, La Iguana always stayed neutral. He played poker with Cassidy. But his joint was used as a gambling drop-off for O'Leary's operation. Did it make sense to keep faking it? Or was it too dangerous not to? Blackmore. John H. Blackmore.
I knew it. Although your Texan isn't half bad.
Let's just say I represent certain sports lobbies I'd rather not talk about.
I understand. My pleasure, Mr. Blackmore. You're a natural. That sure beats your poker game.
This is much easier. No one can cheat.
You barely flinched when Cassidy decided to teach that ego a lesson.
What do you want me to say? If Cassidy hadn't ordered his barber to kill that man, I would have done it myself. Some people just don't deserve to live. Damn it.
Well, nobody's perfect. Tell me, what do you really want with Cassidy? I just don't understand your motives.
The truth is, I represent certain interests which make Desmond O'Leary my enemy. If you know anything about their rivalry, I rest my case.
Don't worry about it. I was only curious. So, what about me? What do you want from me? No one comes to La Iguana just to drink and play pool.
I'm looking for one of your regulars, Dr. Angus Mitchell.
What for?
We fought together during the war. I just want to say hi.
Sure. Tell you what, I'll talk to Mitchell. Come back tomorrow night.
You don't understand. I have to talk to him, or else.
Or else what?
You'd be losing your chance to make a pretty penny. I know how to reward my allies.
You think I'd spend my time in this dump if all I cared about was the money? Please, cut the crap. Anything else?
I've got friends in high places. Friends you don't want to meet.
Oh, and you don't think I do? You think this dump would still be open otherwise? Please, cut the crap. I hate to say this, but you're running out of options.
I don't think Cassidy would be too happy about the role his poker buddy plays in O'Leary's gambling operation. I'm sure you understand that.
Son of a bitch. Ha ha ha. All right. Give me your phone number, and I'll give you a call when Mitchell shows up.
No. You're gonna call him right now, and you're gonna give him this message. But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out. Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff, your entire body aches to be somewhere else.
Bocs, hogy kussak.
It's boring and repetitive.
Ezeképpen. Kis
It's so
Dunakavicsot.
bad that your thoughts spiral in a never-ending loop. Like when you're stuck in your car, on surveillance duty. The owner of La Iguana was supposed to tell Mitchell that a certain anteater was still alive, and that it was only a matter of time before he ratted him out. With a bit of luck, that would make him nervous enough to force his hand. Now all I had to do was follow him.
Nagyon-nagyon lassan halad a játék ilyenkor. Akkor ilyen videókat kell nézni, minden. Hát végülis így a filmszerű, vagy hogy olyan reális. Nem egy akciójáték. Ez egy ló. Ez egy ló. Először kihallgatjuk
We'll be
őket.
just fine, don't worry. Gil, stand guard right here. If the cat shows up, you know what to do. I'll be back in an hour.
Oké, szóval meg akarnak ölni mindenképpen. És ennél a lónál van egy fegyver. Pisztoly. Ami azt jelenti, hogy valahogy el kéne vennünk tőle, vagy valamit kéne vele csinálni. Leütni, vagy ilyesmi.
Looks like things won't be easy. Looks like things won't be easy.
Ja. Jaj, megint valamit nem találok meg. De mit? Ez az egyetlen opciója a lónak a... Most, hogy a fegyvert megnézzük. Ne, már léci. Valamit legyen még. Közelíts már.
Looks like things won't be easy.
Jó, aha.
Could I take him by surprise from over there? Although I don't know how I'd get there.
Öcsém macska vagy, hát simán megoldod. Na legyél már ilyen.
Of course, he's Randall Lee's partner. I should be careful. When they gave me a beating, I could see he was kinda trigger happy.
Ez a rohadt torfolyás. Szóval fel kéne mennünk oda. És lehetséges, hogy innen kell majd felmenni? Nem. Ezek a lépcsők mindig átvernek. Itt vannak, de nem lehet velük semmit csinálni. Csak ugye van egy-kettő, min felmegy magától a macska. Semmi X nincs. Jó, akkor vissza kell mennünk, gondolom oda végére. Amúgy ez nem túl jó, simán felugorhatna akárhova. De itt kell keresgélni valami szart. Itt is raklapokon felmehetne. Ja, mondjuk itt nem nincs út. De hogy itt valahol például. Azt a létrát kellene elérni, ha minden igaz. Egy ilyet nem találok meg, én nem hiszem el. Aha, szóval most ez is felesleges. Megőrülök. Ide állt ugye alapból, mikor vége lett a videónak. Itt nincs semmi. Legalábbis semmit nem jelez ki. Ide be se lehet menni. Itt nem lehet felmászni. Itt kurvára fel lehetne mászni. Gyakorlatilag itt semmiből nem tartana felmászni, de mégsem engedi. És lehet, hogy ott a sötétben nem látok valamit. Nem, pedig semmi nincs itt. Lenne itt valaki, megkérdezném tőle. Nem is lehet itt a világítást, és a világítást, a fényerőt nem lehet magasabbra venni. Ja, de itt. Hát most ez sokat nem segít, hogy el sem mentettem. Jó, tök minden, mert itt nincs semmi. Ahogy látom. Most nézzét, itt a járat végig szinte. Simán át lehetne jutni, de mégse. Jó, tuti nem itt lesz. Erre lépcsőre se tudunk felmenni sajnos. Legalábbis az előbb nem sikerült. Kocsinak nem sok belseje van. Hát... Nem tudok rájönni, az a helyzet. Ezt a készítők, én nem tudom, hogy ezt most miért rejtették el ennyire, amikor itt van tisztán, hogy itt szépen fel lehetne menni. Vagy nem nyomok valamit, vagy nem tudom tényleg. Ilyenkor X-et szokott kirakni, de hát sem. Legszívesebben most megnézném, hogy valami végigjátszás videón, hogy mi a megoldás, mert ez így elég hihetetlen. Alapból egy macskáról van szó, tehát még itt a sima falon is simán felugorhatna, érted? De hogy itt tele van feljárattal, meg minden ládákkal, konténerekkel, aztán mégse tudunk odáig eljutni. Vagy alapból rossz felé indultam. Nem is erre kéne, de azt se hiszem, hát ide rakott le videó után a játék.
Sometimes when I
Bazd meg. Persze nem érsz körbe.